So you just go into this bottom control right over here, click that setting, and then it should display. You scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a Crosstrek. You connect to that, click pair. It's very, very fast. Allow or don't allow contacts. And then your phone should be connected in a few short moments. So it's really fast. You don't have to connect it this way every single time. Just your first time connecting the device to the vehicle. And then afterwards, you could listen to your tunes, go through your Google Maps, Waze, different applications. Obviously, not every application you have on your phone will be displayed over here. And the main reason why is they just don't want people watching Netflix on their infotainment system while driving. Set as favorite. And just takes a couple moments. And there we go. We have all of our music here, which we could listen to courtesy of the 10-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, which is great. Our maps, text messages, music, a quick interface to browse through. I think a lot of people like built-in navigation, but once you have this connected, you really don't need anything else. So let's go for a little tour. The suspension on this is more designed for something a bit more rugged. Whenever you're doing anything all-terrain, you'll really appreciate it, or in the winter. In the winter, you'll also have your X mode. This has dual function X mode, which means that you could drive this on a setting that's specifically designed for deep snow and mud or regular snow and dirt. Most of the time, you won't really require it just because of our all-wheel drive system works so well, in all honesty. But it's a nice thing to have in your back pocket for any blizzards or anything like that, especially in Canada. You have your heated steering wheel right up front here, heated seats in the middle, your parking brake, gear shift, and also your manual drive, which you just slide to the left and then use your paddle shifters on the back end of the controller. Telescopical adjustable steering wheel, which you can move around to your comfort. The driver's seat is 10-way adjustable with 2-way lumbar support. So you go up and down, kind of tilt your legs forwards or backwards. Lots of different ways to really diversify it and make it a bit more yours. The acceleration on it, pretty good as well, courtesy of that 2.5 liter engine. That's actually our most designed engine. We have that on all the regular Outbacks and the Foresters as well. But obviously it feels a bit more peppier when you're driving a car that's under 3,000 pounds in the Crosstrek. So let's use the eyesight feature to test out our adaptive cruise control. With adaptive cruise control, I always explain it as regular cruise control sets your speed by kilometers per hour or miles per hour, gauges it by distance. Adaptive cruise control also adapts to the flow of traffic. So let's say our speed set at 100. Now, if the gap between me and the next vehicle gets shortened, it will adjust my speed to match the flow of traffic. So if we go behind this vehicle over here, I'm not holding the gas, not holding the brake or anything. You know what, they're taking off a bit faster than I am. So we turn up to 110. We could increase or decrease the distance in between the vehicles as well. And at the moment, it's not passing 99 kilometers per hour because that's the speed of the flow of traffic. So it's not going to allow me to cruise control right into the back of that vehicle. It'll actually keep it stable and fully come to a brake for me if I wanted to as well. So you could drive this in traffic hours and never have to touch your brake and gas pedal, which is people's main issue with stop and go traffic. Now it's decelerating me to 95, accelerating me, and it's just reacting to whatever the car in front of me is doing. Your adaptive cruise control also has different settings which you could toggle through to make your speeding up or slowing down more dynamic or more economic, depending on what you're looking for. Standard, dynamic, comfort, economic. So those are your different cruise control settings right over there. Dynamic would just obviously make you accelerate and decelerate a bit more aggressively. Eco and everything upwards is a bit less aggressive. If you just want regular cruise control as well, you can just take off the distance and then it'll go straight to your regular kilometers per hour, miles per hour. You also have sway assist over here. If something were to come in between, it could redirect you, and it'll actually keep you inside your lanes a bit too. So right now I'm not gonna hold on to this a bit, and it'll maintain the right position for me, which is pretty nice. Of course, you should hold on to your steering wheel as much as possible, and it'll give you a notification saying keep hands on steering wheel as well. But it will adjust my direction. Yeah. There, it was just asking me to put my hands back on. Right over here, you'll see a small curve, and my wheel will actually turn. It's taking the turn by itself. Oh, wow. Kind of almost anxiety inducing at first, but once you get used to it, it's not that bad. So it actually steers by itself, which is phenomenal. Everybody brags about this in a Tesla, but this has great fuel efficiency, can do more in all-wheel drive, can actually take you somewhere in winter, and has that same steering responsive controls. Like, really everything you need right there. Some people are always worried with lane keep assist and features like that, it's not going to allow you to switch over lanes, but as soon as you turn on your indicator, you're fine. It'll do that really quickly. So a lot of people really like this infotainment system for a few reasons. It's super easy to use. You have all your climate controls laid across the bottom, your dual climate zones on the sides. You also have quick information in the front. And then a small cluster display too ahead of you, which you could adjust from the left side of your steering wheel for more quick display information. You can see your average fuel efficiency, how many kilometers you have left in your gas tank, or information like that. Once you get used to it, it's way more effective. My main thing is it should always be easy to reach your climate controls, which it is. They're staying down here the entire time, and you have your quick information too. So you don't really need any buttons. It's kind of nice that you still have a couple on the side, but I don't think they're necessary. I like the volume dial though. I always like the volume dial. That's the auto stop start feature, which you could turn off or turn on based on whatever you like. Some people think it must be bad for the transmissions. Me, I toggle it on and off depending on where I am. If I'm driving in bumper to bumper traffic that's stop and go, I want my auto stop start off. That's the feature where it turns off the engine when you come to a complete stop. And if I'm driving somewhere with a bunch of stop signs, not ideal. If I'm driving somewhere with a bunch of stop lights where I'm staying there for a couple of minutes, it's very nice. So this vehicle is equipped with steering responsive headlights like most of our cars. That means the headlights can turn up to 30 degrees in either angle, to the left or right. When you're driving in the dark, it's really, really effective because they're not just pointing directly in front of you when you got to turn right or left. You get to actually see where you're going, which is a significant difference. You could also turn it off from your infotainment display if you don't like it for some reason. All the safety features are really adjustable inside this. If you go right next to the auto stop start, you'll see a little control that looks like a vehicle, and they're fully adjustable from right over here. So you have your cruise control, acceleration, vehicle dynamics control, traction control, steering responsive headlights, your auto stop start, and then different driving assistance features too. Pre-collision warning and braking, you can make it faster or slower, rear vehicle detection, and then in more settings, of course, you just have all your kilometers per hour, liters, like what type of measurements you're using, and the warning volume, in case if it's too loud or quiet and annoys you.